Stay tuned to the very end because I have a little bit of insight on how you can save money when you are leaving and entering the airport in Puerto Plata. Alrighty, let's get to the video right now. Hey there, my name is Cerise Fairfax and welcome to my channel. This video is going to be on the closure of the Puerto Plata airport in the Dominican Republic. Guys, I love the Dominican Republic and I have been seeing a lot of changes. And more specifically, right here in Puerto Plata, a lot of exciting things are going down. We're about to enter the airport, and I just want to show you guys that things are going to be changing now. I went and I took this video about a week ago. And during that time, I went into the airport area, just in the grounds, to show you guys exactly what's going on. Now, the airport was open at this time. The airport is closing down today, May 9th, until May 19th, and air flights will resume on the 20th. The reason why they're closing it down is for maintenance. They are going to be fixing all of the runways because they want to prepare for larger planes to come in. Isn't that awesome? Yesterday, when I was doing Sosua Sundays on the beach, you guys might have watched the video when we were talking about the cost of living here in the Dominican Republic with two gentlemen, one named Wayne and one named Dave, and they were talking about their cost of living. My gosh, you guys got to watch that video from yesterday. It's the one right before this where Wayne is talking about living on $900 a month here and how possible that is. But I digress. So the airport is preparing for larger flights. Now, this year alone was one of the biggest years well, right now we're in 2022. So let's say 2021 was one of the biggest years for tourism. And not only that, the Dominican Republic has been the number one destination in the Caribbean for some time now. So here's the airport. And you can see there are some flights taking off. And I was with my motoconcho, and my motoconcho didn't believe me when I told him that things are going to be closing down. And he's like, no, look, there's flights. And I'm like, no, May 9th, things are going to close down. And only for 10 days, pretty much. And he was like, no, 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 it's impossible. So here he pulled over and he spoke to this gentleman right here.
Ella va de vuelo siempre, siempre vuelo. El aeropuerto cierra el día 9 hasta el 20 de mayo. Cierra.
Okay, gracias.
A la hora.
Hola. So there you go. You heard it yourself. It is closed from May 9th to May 19th, planes resuming on the 20th. Alrighty. So when you are leaving the airport and entering the airport, this is how you're going to save money. So you see this road right here, the one that we're on? You can walk from here all the way to the front of the airport. Now, this is providing you don't have a lot of luggage and, you only have like a carry-on, maybe a knapsack. Maybe you're already an expat here and you really don't have a lot of luggage and you just have a bag. Now, if you do have a lot of luggage, this may be a little bit more difficult for you. But if your luggage is on wheels and you can kind of package them together, then this is still a way that you can save money. So what you do is you get off the plane and you just walk straight in front of you. And it's going to bring you to this underpass right here. Now, once you get out of here, you see you can walk. The roads are very safe and you can walk with your luggage. It's not a problem at all. Now, when you get to the top, you are going to look for a white minivan. Sometimes it has curtains in the windows, sometimes it doesn't. Or you're going to look for a car that has like a taxi beacon on top, and it will say Sosua on it. If you're going to Sosua, that means you will have to cross the street and you will have to get into that car. Now, that's called a public car. And just for under 50 pesos, $1, you can take that straight to Sosua. You see, Sosua is left. And we are going right now because we are on our way to the bridge, the Puerto Plata bridge, which is another thing. During the Plata bridge breakdown, because the Puerto Plata bridge right now is broken down, and I don't think it's going to be fixed before the 20th of May, seeing that today is only the 9th. It's a 60-year-old bridge, and it has some serious maintenance to go under. So when you do leave the airport and you do need to go to Puerto Plata, again, you can just get on a guagua. That is the big, well, not too big, but it's a medium-sized minivan, and it is white. And you can just hop on it right on this side of the road. As soon as you get to the end of the airport road, you can hop right on the bus, and it's going to take you straight to the bridge. And when you get to the bridge, you are going to get yourself across the bridge by walking. But by the time the airport opens back up, there may be a few things on the bridge that will be open. For instance, I recently heard that this week the bridge will be open for small vehicles, meaning maybe small sedans, but for sure motoconchos. Those are motorbikes, and you may be able to go by. Now, hey, there may be something that will happen and the maintenance will get finished and the bridge will be done by the time the airport opens up, and that would be fabulous because then you wouldn't have to really worry about if you are renting a car from the airport. That's when it becomes a little sticky. Renting a car from the airport and taking it to Puerto Plata is where you may find that your drive is going to take double time. So usually it would take around 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Well, it may take about 40, 45, maybe even longer, depending on the time of day and also depending on how many people from the airport decide to take a rental car or even a taxi. If you're a person and you're just like, you know what? I don't want to bother with the bridge problems. I don't want to bother with anything. I just want to get myself a taxi, and I don't mind taking the detour route. Now, if you're that type of person, then be prepared for what's coming up right now. This is a video that I released the other day on the Puerto Plata Bridge, but I also wanted to show you guys what it looks like in this video. Now, the footage you will see is just a lot of traffic. Let me speed it up a little bit. Okay, so I'm speeding it up quite a lot just so we can hurry up and get to the traffic jam. That's exactly what's happening right now. Now, there is a little entrance before the Puerto Plata Bridge. Now, here's a little bit of a jam. You can see there's a lot more cars. So, this is one of the things that you do want to consider when you're coming from the airport. This is the detour route. Now let's just slow down again. See that line up right there? Well, that's going behind all over there, and it's going to take you straight to Puerto Plata, but the detour is also a little bit of a uncomfortable ride, a lot of people are saying, because the road itself hasn't been kept very well and maintained, because the detour route is not something that a lot of people take before the bridge went out. Okay, so they are working on fixing up the detour road as well, so just to make it more convenient. But remember, if you take the public transit from the airport because you don't have a lot of bags, it will take you past that detour all the way to where we're headed right now. And you're going to see in a moment the bridge. You see all those white vans on each side? Those are guaguas. That's what guaguas look like. Let's look again. So you're going to see them coming up. See them on the right and left? Those are what the buses look like. Okay, those are the local buses. They're called guaguas. So you can take those from the airport and you can just really save a lot of money. Now remember, the public car itself is about 50 pesos, $1. But the public bus, the guagua, you're looking at maybe about 30 pesos. You don't even need to worry about money in regards to having the exact change, because they will give you change. Just make sure it's not too much, like 1,000 pesos, which is $20 or whatever. If you have like 100 pesos, then you can give that to them and they'll take 100 pesos and break change for you. Most times, if it's like 500 pesos, which is 10 American bucks roughly, they don't have money to make change. And not only that, if you have American or Canadian dollars, they're not going to give you the proper exchange for your money if they even take your currency. They may take the American currency, but at the end of the day, they may not, because it's not worth their ride to go all the way to the Western Union or to the bank to exchange just 100 pesos, or rather just, 2 American bucks or 50 cents. You know what I mean? Like this, it just doesn't make sense to them. So make sure that if you are taking the guagua and you are taking the bus, the public car, to have your pesos in hand. And again, you don't have to have the exact change of pesos, but if you have like 100 pesos or 200 pesos, they will break change for you. Now, just at the airport, another piece of advice: don't exchange all your money at the airport. You may want some pesos just so you can do exactly what I'm showing you right now, so you can get on the bus, pay for your taxi or what have you, because you want to be adventurous. But also, don't exchange all your money at the airport, because you will not get the same exchange that you will get in the streets of Sosua or in Puerto Plata, okay? You'll get a better exchange out of the airport. Alrighty, guys, this was just a quick video to show you guys what's going on with the closure of the airport, and a little tip and trick to show you how to save money when you're leaving the airport. Now, again, this is going to the right towards the bridge, and there are, again, a couple of options. I just want to repeat myself. You can take a taxi from the airport itself. If you don't want to go to the top road with all your luggage, you can take a taxi, and that taxi will take you straight to the bridge, and then you have to walk across the bridge with your luggage, and then you have to get into another taxi. Now, by the time the airport opens, there may be availability for motoconchos to go straight through, because I heard there was going to be, or even for taxis, okay? Now, if you're a person that you don't want to get out of your taxi and you don't want to go to the other end and walk the bridge and then get into another different taxi, you can definitely ask your taxi to take you around the back of the roads, the detour. Taxis will also do that, but keep in mind that it may be a little bit more expensive, double the price, because it will be double the time. Now, usually from the airport to Puerto Plata, you may look at about 25 to 30 bucks for a taxi. So remember, if it's double time, you may have to pay double pay. And so you may have to pay about 40 to 50 bucks for the detour. I don't know how much they're charging for that, but you can work it out with your driver if you decide that you rather take the detour with your taxi driver. Okay. Now, again, if you decide to take the guagua, the local bus, again, it will do with what the taxi does, take you to the bridge. You get off the bus, you walk across the bridge, and you get on the other guagua that is waiting on the other side. Or you can get on a motoconcho if, again, you don't have a lot of luggage. Now, just to let you know, if you are going to Sosua and you're not going to be making a right to Puerto Plata, that means that you're going to make a left. So you have to walk across the street. When you get across the street, you just wait on the grassy patch, and you will see those white vans that I had showed you earlier in the video. And then those white vans will pull over for you. You don't have to be at a specific stop or anything. You just hold out your hand and they will come for you. Thank you for watching my video. I wanted to show you guys these wonderful bracelets. These bracelets are made right here in the Dominican Republic, pure silver, and you can see the stones. They are gorgeous. Those stones are beautiful, Laudamar and also amber. Amber and Latimar are indigenous to this island, and you won't find them very easily around the world. Now, these are handcrafted right here in the Dominican Republic by a local jeweler who has a mine, and he can go in there and get your stone. Now, you can go and you can choose your own stone, and you can also choose your own design. He can make baby bracelets and also wedding rings. It's really up to you what you would like to order and what your design is, because all you have to do is send it to him and he can put something together for you. I love these bracelets because in the sun they glisten. They're so gorgeous, especially the blue. Like, this video doesn't even pay justice. I'm trying to show you how pretty the blue is in different lighting right there, and it just doesn't do it justice. The blue is so beautiful and vibrant. I hope you really enjoy your gift when you get it. To make your order, please contact me, Cerise. My information is below, and just let me know exactly what your type is, Amber or Latimar. Thank you so much for joining me. Keep living good. Bye-bye.